Hola mi gente, aquí con otro vídeo dejando nuestras huellas por el mundo con JJ y Producciones Avela.
Así mismo es, Jorge. Y en este mes, en el mes pasado de enero de este año, estuvimos dando la vuelta por la isla del encanto, Puerto Rico.
Eso es así.
Y uno de los sitios que visitamos, que fuimos, fue la Destilería Coqui. Nosotros no teníamos conocimiento, pero está localizada en nuestro bello pueblo de Mayagüez.
Así es. Pueblo de Mayagüez que sabe a mango, ¿verdad?
Correcto.
Eso es así. Y quiero darle las gracias a unas personas bien importantes que nos ayudaron para que esto se realizara. Este tour en la Destilería Coqui, que es Nelky y su esposo Carlos, que, como dije, nos ayudaron a coordinar este tremendo tour en Destilería Coqui.
Correcto. Y además queremos darle las gracias a la jefa María, que es la dueña de la destilería El Coqui, y a nuestro guía del tour, Nacho, que fue nuestro guía del tour por la destilería.
Así mismo es. Y gracias a ellos pudimos visitar esta destilería netamente mayagüezana, como tú dijiste, Gina. Y al final del video va a aparecer el número de teléfono de la destilería, porque si ustedes quieren hacer algún tour, porque ellos ofrecen estos tours a todo el mundo, va a aparecer ese numerito de teléfono para que llamen y hagan ese tour. Y después del tour fue lo mejor, que fue ¿cómo se dice eso? El
deguste del vino.
No del vino, sino del ron, porque eso es lo que hacen esta gente.
Sí.
Esta gente lo que hacen es ron pitorro. Y quiero decirte eso, yo creo que te iba a decir eso, Irene, perdóname.
No importa, pero lo interesante allí es precisamente que se produce el ron pitorro, pero gente, ron pitorro legal.
Eso es así.
Que le llamamos en algunas partes lagrimasdelmonte, en inglés se conoce como moonshine, el famoso pitriche,
eso es
aguardiente. Llámelo como se llame, pero nosotros le decimos pitorro.
Y como dijiste, es la primera destilería aquí en Puerto Rico y de Mayagüez que se produce ese ron cañita o pitorro legal,
mi gente.
Y mi gente, en este video, Nacho, que fue nuestro guía, dio el tour en inglés, pero en un momento dado en el video, Ginette y yo vamos a hablar en español y dar un resumen de lo que nos habló Nacho en este tremendo tour.
Sí, él estaba hablando en inglés porque van a ver en el video, estábamos con un amigo muy querido nuestro, americano, obviamente pues no sabía español, pues había que darlo en inglés para que él se pudiera disfrutar y entender bien cómo es el proceso de la destilería. Bueno, pero no se preocupen, porque en esta parte del video, Jorge y yo pues vamos a darle un resumen, como dijo Jorge, de lo que habló Nacho sobre la destilería.
Eso es así. Oye, Ginette, vamos a hacer una cosa, vamos a dejarle hablar y estar leyendo los cue cards, como le dicen. Y vengan, vamos a disfrutar y dejar nuestras huellas en este tremendo tour en la Destilería Coqui con J&J y Producciones Avela.
Muy bien, vamos.
So welcome here to Destilería Coqui. I don't know if you guys are here from Puerto Rico. Yeah, but our native animal here from Puerto Rico is gonna be the coqui. So our faces brand is gonna be our native animal here from Puerto Rico. It's gonna be the coqui. The coqui is gonna be a small frog. Usually come out at night, but mostly rainy days where it's more humidity or stuff. Have a really peculiar sound at night. It sounds like a whistle.
Coqui?
So that's why they call it coqui, because the way that the animal sound is the way that they call the coqui. So it's our distillery is named Coqui because every rum that we do right here is very artisanal from here from Puerto Rico. The base of everything is gonna be the sugar cane. So here in Puerto Rico, back in the 1920s, tens of those years back in the day, so it was full of sugar cane. Our commerce, the money of Puerto Rico, the land and the agriculture, we're coming from the sugar cane. Nowadays, that doesn't exist anymore because the lands of sugar cane has a lot of work to have. So be working on the cutting on the sugar cane, making the melaza, different type of sugars and stuff. So people nowadays don't want to work in that in Puerto Rico because the low income is not very such money that people are looking for to get ahead in their life in Puerto Rico and stuff. So Nowadays, that has been substituted by the plantains. So here in Puerto Rico, as you know, the mofongo, tostones, everything that we come from the plantains. So all those lands that you see in the roads where you're going around Puerto Rico, back in the day, we're full of sugarcane. Nowadays, they're full of plantains, just because everybody know why. But the base of every other rums that we do right here in Puerto Rico is gonna be the sugarcane. Now we're gonna talk about the pitorro. It's the things that we're branding. Okay. The pitorro, for very good
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And now that we're talking about the agriculture, where do you guys get it? Do you have?
So they in Puerto Rico, they still doing sugarcane, but not like
not
back in the
as
day.
big.
So back in the day when you go to all the road,
I remember that.
Express, they were all full of sugarcane.
Yeah.
But nowadays there's only different factories that do it. They have all the machinery, they have all the machines, all the stuff to cut the sugarcane, to put it in pieces, to all the stuff.
So
that back in the day, the people were doing like handmade stuff, you know. So we still, the melaza that we do, the melaza is gonna be all the sugarcane all mashed together. They put it in a to boil water until they get a level of thickness, like a brown syrup of sugarcane.
Yeah.
That's what we call melaza. But the melaza, you let it ferment it.
Okay.
When you ferment it, it's ready to use it. When we mix all the formula of the yeast, all the stuff to extract the alcohol from it. So that type of melaza, we get it from here, from Mayagüez. We Mayagüez, we still have a sugarcane factory that do brown sugar, white sugar, and do melazas. The distribution here is very close from here, like 5 minutes away. The Starkey, aquí en Mayagüez, nowadays they have a sugarcane factory.
Or was on Bumblebee? Circus, now it's the sugarcane factory.
So your product, you use the melaza.
From Puerto Rico.
Wow, wonderful.
Puerto Rico, right here.
Wonderful.
So, for better understanding the pitorro is a very famous drink here in Puerto Rico. Usually we only do it in Christmas. For better understanding for him, this is gonna be the Puerto Rican moonshine. So in the United States, the moonshine, it comes from the corn. So that's the difference of the pitorro and the moonshine. From the moonshine, they do corn from melaza from the corn. In Puerto Rico, we do it sugarcane. So that's gonna be only the difference. That's the difference, but it's the same process. Different process of the melaza, of the burning of the melaza, the mixing the cheese, everything is the same. Just the difference, we use the basis is sugarcane. The pitorro was illegal in Puerto Rico for 500 years. It was illegal not because it was something bad to do. It's nothing that it was. There's nothing bad market, nothing like that. It's just because this pitorro original is handmade from that you do in your home, and people were selling in the streets to other people in different seasons, and they're not paying taxes to the government. So that's why it was.
They were not paying to Mr. Tax. That's why.
The only reason.
Yeah, the only reason for the and have their own money.
It was not really that it was happening. It was because it was not paying tax.
And when you do homemade pitorro, you don't control the percentage of alcohol by only the bottle. So usually the homemade pitorro that you get from the streets or from your neighbors, something like that, the percent of alcohol is gonna be like a 70-80%, because that's gonna be the first shot that you extract from the melazas. So that first shot usually always comes 80-70%. So people are selling that type of alcohol on the streets, and that's not good for everybody, you know. So that's why the history of the pitorro is you need to age it. When you get the first shot of pitorro, that's why people, when they buy pitorro, they leave it in for 6 months, over a year or 3 months, something like that. So all the sugars, all the flavors, all the food get all together, and the percentage of alcohol, and you could be able to drink it. You can drink alcohol 80-70%, but we don't recommend it. The flavor is not the best. You can have a big headache, you can have something, stomach ache, something like that, because the higher percentage, but you can do it.
Yeah.
So in Puerto Rico, so we're gonna be talking about Maria, Maria, you know, and La Jefa, and Hector Quiñones. Hector Quiñones is gonna be the boss, the owner of this establishment. So back in 2007, it was Hector and Maria have a child, and they wanna do a little bit more money. So they moved down here to Mayagüez. They were living in San Juan. So they have a child. They moved down here to Mayagüez, and they bought a 3-acre farm. The first thing to do it, they bought a 3-acre farm, and they start growing their own sugarcane. They start growing their own sugarcane because they always have the vision of doing their own alcohol and having their own distillery, all that stuff. But here, in those years here in Puerto Rico, it wasn't that easy to have that license, because it was two distilleries that are controlling the island in those years. It was Donde I don't know, you know.
Yeah, Tango.
And Bacardi. And Bacardi in San Juan. So those two distilleries at the moment, it was the government they have like a monopoly.
Okay.
So in those years, as you know, it was Fortunio and those guys that were controlling. So those brands are like to doing that political stuff. They were doing a monopoly, and they want to be able to have other people have the license of the distillery. So they were like controlling the system of the stuff. So they don't want other people to have the license.
Okay.
So they were the only one guys doing alcohol here in Puerto Rico. So in those years, 2008, it was very difficult to have their own license. But this guy always had that vision. So Hector graduated from Washington University. He has a bachelor in mechanical engineering, and he always had the vision of having their own distillery. So when they came home down to Mayagüez, they started growing their own sugarcane. Trying to get money out of that sugarcane, and waiting until they get the license, they were going to the Purguera Mayagüez. The Purguera is going to be the flea market. In Mayagüez, we always have a flea market that been a lot of years. For years, every Sunday from 4 a.m. to 12 of the afternoon. So to noon. So every Sunday they were going to that flea market. They were waking up at 3 a.m. They cut the sugar cane, they peel it, they smash it, all the food. They have that machine. And they extract the guarapo de caña. The guarapo de caña is going to be the sugarcane juice. So here in Puerto Rico, it's very typical. People like the sugarcane juice, the guarapo de caña. They like a little piece of cold sugarcane to eat, all the stuff. So they were going to that flea market and selling the guarapo de caña, small pieces, every Sunday in the flea market. In Puerto Rico, it's very traditional. Every town do a different festival. 2009 came. In 2009, the director of Hacienda is going to be the IRS in Puerto Rico. We're going to be the guys in charge of the taxes, of the tobacco, and the alcohol, the stuff. So the director of Hacienda in that year decided to retire in 2009. And before retiring, he legalized the pitorro in Puerto Rico. So when they legalized the pitorro in Puerto Rico, at the same time, this guy got the license. The most easy way to do alcohol in Puerto Rico is going to be the pitorro. Because doing rum in Puerto Rico, you need to pass it through barrels. You need to age it for 1 year, you need to extract it, clean it, all the stuff. So trying to make money out of it is gonna be a little bit more longer until they see the money, they can do their life, all the stuff. So when they legalized the pitorro in Puerto Rico, they decided to come with the branding of pitorro first. Because the first step of doing pitorro in Puerto Rico is gonna be just having the melaza, mixing with the yeast, extracting the alcohol, and that's gonna be your pitorro. So that's the easiest way. So they came out with this idea, and this is gonna be the first 3 bottles that they made here in the distillery. Of them doing the branding of pitorro, the first thing they did, they bought the name of pitorro. So they own that name. So that's the way you call the famous pitorro in Puerto Rico. So the first thing that they did, they bought the name of pitorro. So their brand is called pitorro.
Okay.
So nowadays in Puerto Rico, there are a few different pitorros that are legal, but they cannot have the same name
word.
because it's gonna be copyright. They can't
Copyright.
sue them, all this stuff. So that was the first smart step that Hector did. The first step was bought the name of pitorro. So nowadays we own the only one pitorro legal in Puerto Rico are us.
Yes.
By branding, by the name, all the stuff. So other people know that are looking for pitorro and they cannot get in the street, so they go to the supermarket. The only pitorro they're gonna see is gonna be our pitorro. As you can see, in 2009 when they came out with this branding, you can see right here it's gonna be a 50% of alcohol. When they came out with the branding, all the pitorros were 50% of alcohol by volume and 100 proof. What was that? They decided to come out with that higher percentage because the traditional way to get pitorro in Puerto Rico is shots, and it's always higher percent. It's gonna be 60, 50, 80%, 70. So they wanna maintain it very traditional, like get pitorro in the streets. So they wanna get out with the branding and a 50% of alcohol. But in those years, it wasn't very cost effective because they were selling this bottle to a bar. They were selling 3 shots and 2 beers to the guy. He was drunk already. So it wasn't cost effective. So getting a full bottle empty, it was very difficult. So the second generation of pitorro that they came out with India, and they add one more flavor. It's gonna be the pitorro de fresa.
Wow.
Pitorro de fresa, as you can see, this percentage went lower to 22% of alcohol. So they lowered all the percentage so it could be more able to sell better pitorro. People were liking more. So Pitorro in Puerto Rico is very famous of the stuff, but the flavor of Pitorro is very strong.
It's strong.
So people don't wanna always getting a shot, strong Pitorro, so they wanna level the Pitorro to everybody.
So let me.
And right here we got the third generation of Pitorro. We got the Pitorro Blanco. The Pitorro Blanco is gonna be the base of everything. For when you buy Pitorro in your streets or your homemade Pitorro, you're always gonna buy a bottle of white Pitorro. So yeah, the base of everything is gonna be the white Pitorro. The white Pitorro, that's when you're going to buy Pitorro in the streets, so you're always gonna buy the white Pitorro. You go to the home, you cut the food by hand, you add the juices, the flavor, the sugar, whatever you want to it, and you save it for 3 months or 6. People usually save it with 3 months when they put it down in the dirt. They make up the hole in the dirt, they put the Pitorro, and it ages more faster. But the the ones to do it is 6 months or a year. It's for the better flavor you can do. But here we got it all prepared for you guys. So we got these 3 flavors. I'm gonna call this the traditional Pitorro. Why? Because we cut the fruit by hand. It's full artisanal. We got the fruit by hand, we add the sugar, we add the juice, we mix it with the Pitorro, and we got these 3 flavors. It's gonna be mixed fruits. For the mixed fruits, we got inside of there, we got papaya, we got pineapple, mango, and grapes. We got the pineapple flavor, and we got the strawberry flavor. These 3 flavors are gonna be 22% of alcohol. So we maintain the same percentage from these ones. The next kind of Pitorro, we got different flavors. We're gonna have the Pitorro of tamarindo, it's gonna be tamarind. We got passion fruit. We got coconut, cocoa, and we got coffee. It's cafe.
Coffee.
So we got these 4 flavors that we add to the market, the newest ones. And these 4 flavors, the different of these ones is that we use the pulp of the fruit. We don't cut the fruit by hand, we don't do nothing with that. In this one, we mix the pulp of the fruit. We got a guy that brings the pulpa of each fruit of these ones. We bring it and we mix it with the Pitorro, and that's how we get this type of Pitorro. In these 3 types of Pitorro, we got tamarind, passion fruit, and coconut. These 3 are 15% of alcohol, so they are much lower. So this is for more people that like more sweeter Pitorro, more something more smoother. So we got these 3. The last flavor and the best seller right now is gonna be the coffee one. The coffee one is the best seller right now. The best flavor of the stuff. In difference of all these Pitorro, this is gonna be the highest one in percentage. This is gonna be a 35% of alcohol.
Wow.
35%. This is gonna be the coffee one. In 2017, they came out with the idea of having the ron coqui. The ron coqui in Puerto Rico, to do rum in Puerto Rico, you need to pass it to barrels. So how we made this type of alcohol? So we got the bottle for white Pitorro. The first time we extract the melaza, we extract all the alcohol, and we get a bottle of white Pitorro. The white Pitorro we put in barrels. We bring barrels from the United States nowadays. The ones that we use are white oak barrels that are used for bourbon whiskey. Those type of barrels, we get the Pitorro, we put it inside of the barrels, so we age it for 1 year. When they age for 1 year, they are converted into roncaña. So it's gonna be sugar-free rum. So Pitorro is before you age it, and when you age it, it converts in roncaña. And the flavors are completely different.
Wow.
Because the system of the distillation that we do for the Pitorro, we distill it 3 times in a row. So we do it 3 times in a row because the first one that we get out of the Pitorro is gonna be very high in percentage. That's why we distill it 2 more times to get our level of Pitorro that we want, the flavor and the percentage. In different on the ron coqui, this ron we distill it 6 times in a row. So we pass it to the same machine 6 times.
6 times.
So we can clean it more, we can eliminate all the flavor of the sugarcane, and we have this quality of alcohol. Wow. When we eliminate that type of flavor of the stuff, we age it for 1 year.
So you age it for 1 year.
So we age it for 1 year.
So that's the difference between the Pitorro and the ron. The rum. So
that's why
it's the age.
Rum. This is rum. It's aged for 1 year, and we distill it 3 more times than the Pitorro.
Than the Pitorro. So
Yes.
that's why it's more easier.
That's more
To distill,
doesn't
to-
have the taste of Pitorro. When you go to the tank in the bag, you're gonna smell it.
Okay.
You're gonna smell that first shot of Pitorro is very strong.
Okay.
That's why we distill it 2 more times to get this type of Pitorro, this clear Pitorro, all the stuff. Because the first shot of Pitorro usually comes yellowing.
Uh-huh.
We still have a little dirt underneath of the tank, all the stuff. So that's why we pass it 3 times.
3
So we
times.
got 1 filter that is for converting the melaza in alcohol, and the other filter gets all the sediment, all the bad stuff.
Oh, okay.
That brings the melaza. Usually the melaza comes really dirty
Yeah.
because it's sugarcane.
It's sugarcane.
Cut in pieces. They got la cáscara of the sugarcane and stuff inside of the melaza. So that's why we got the filter that cleans all the stuff, and the other one is what converted. So that filter that's converted in alcohol, we pass it 2 more times the Pitorro and the ron coqui we pass it 6 times in a row, so we get this quality of alcohol. When we're done with that, we pass it into bottles, and we age it for only 1 year.
Barrels of wood.
White oak barrels.
White oak barrels.
Wow.
So yeah, so we put it. So that's why you see the flavor of the stuff we
Yeah.
age. So that's why when they came out.
When you age this,
Yes.
is it in a char barrel?
No, we use white oak barrels. too.
White oak.
Yes.
So where does it pick up the color?
So when you age the barrels, you burn it from underneath. So they use like a torch, and they put it when you burn the barrel, it get very dark and browny. So when you age it for a long time, it get that color.
Yeah, I'm saying char,
Uh-huh.
but you're basically saying the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why it got this color.
Yeah, I'm
because
following.
of the age. So nowadays the barrel that we sell of
And
Carjagger.
that adds the color.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's the same picture of Hector.
Wow.
Ah.
Nice.
The
So-
nickname of Hector is Carjagger.
Oh,
They call him Carjagger. That's why he named that type of alcohol. Yeah, because this is the personal. This is the dream that they want to do. The personal alcohol stuff. So it's gonna be the Carjagger.
What you want to ask? But
When you age this,
Yes.
it's in a clear barrel. It's not.
Yeah, it's not burned.
You
So,
follow
yeah.
what I'm saying?
yes.
Yes.
I am. I'm trying to. I'm trying to understand
so,
why
yes.
you are why you're answering
There's a
those
diff-
questions.
See,
Yeah.
no, see the dark color?
Yeah, I see the dark
The
color.
barrel is they burn it
Burn it
on
on
the
the-
inside of the barrel. That's why it picks up the
Because
color.
yeah, because this type of alcohol.
This is aged in a clear oak barrel, one that hasn't been.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now we understand.
See
Oh,
that?
man, that's cool.
That was confusing
Yeah.
to me.
Wait,
Because
okay.
that's aged and it picks up the color
Okay.
of the charred barrel.
Okay. Okay.
Whereas this is in a clear barrel. So that's why,
That's true.
Yeah.
even though it's aged, it comes out clear.
Clear. Yeah, very clean though. So this we have two type of ron coqui. We got the blanco. The blanco coqui is gonna be 39% alcohol. It's gonna be like a basic rum, something like that. And this is gonna be 9% lower. This is at 30%, and it's gonna be the ron coqui limon. The difference is that only 9% lower and have a lime extract in it.
Okay.
So yeah, this is gonna be the two. Nowadays we're working on more flavors, all the stuff with the ron coqui, but this one that I have right now. Wow. For the Carjagger, the bottle that we sell right now is gonna be aged for only 3 years.
3 years.
Our aged in bourbon whiskey barrels. So this is gonna be our premium out of the sugarcane, but tastes just like a bourbon whiskey. Example of what the first distillation system that our boss Enterprise design. It's gonna be the exact same thing, the same first time and the same alambique. These times are just for you can see one word the first time, but this is not the original. But these pieces of the stuff are still the same. So for the first time of doing pitorro, this is a bottle of pitorro, full of pitorro de frutas right here. This will be aged only for I think 16 years now. This bottle. But this is just for you guys example that you see what melaza is. The color of the melaza is gonna be like a brown color like that. Okay. It's gonna be a sample of what melaza is. So this time we don't get it full of melaza to the top because we need to add the yeast. But the yeast probably has a typical effect that you're gonna be eating all the fermented stuff, all the bacteria on the top when you fermented all the melaza. So you add the yeast, they're gonna be eating all the stuff and gonna be doing a chemical effect that goes straight to the alambique. The alambique is gonna be just stove that we use for burning the melaza. We call it alambique because it's the stove that we do it for the pitorro.
okay.
But it's just a normal stove. When you burn in the melaza, the alcohol gets separate because the alcohol is the less dense gas of the melaza. So when you burn it, it gets separate and go in a gassy formula and goes to the filter of distillation. When it passes to that filter, it's converted to liquid. Then goes to the other filter that get all the sediment on the bathtub, and in the first tank is where we get the first shot of pitorro. That first shot of pitorro, same first shot, we pass it to that filter 2 more times until we get the level of the white pitorro. So
Okay.
that's the process of that pitorro. For the ron coqui, that 3 times we pass it 3 more times into the same filter
Okay.
until we get the level of alcohol that we want and the flavor of the ron coqui.
Okay.
Then we put it in the barrels and we age it only for 1 year and we get it out for putting in the bottles.
Hey, hey, Ginés, mientras estamos hablando un poco sobre nuestra visita, estaremos disfrutando a la vez unas tomas dentro de la destilería, donde veremos los alambiques que se utilizan para hacer los distintos rones que ellos producen.
Jorge, la destilería fue una idea o un sueño de Héctor y María. Héctor es el esposo de María, que juntos pues son los dueños de la destilería El Coqui. Ellos eran de San Juan, pero deciden mudarse a Mayagüez para hacer realidad ese sueño que tenían ellos. Compraron 3 acres en Mayagüez y sembraron caña, y de esa caña empezaron a vender guarapo de caña en los mercados de pulga y en los distintos festivales en el área de oeste.
Así mismo es. Y Nacho nos dijo en el tour que a principio no se le hizo muy fácil a Héctor y a María que le dieran el permiso para destilar ron, ya que los rones Bacardí y Don Q tenían como un tipo de monopolio y se les hacía difícil obtener este permiso para destilar ron, hasta que un día el Departamento de Hacienda legaliza el ron pitorro en Puerto Rico, y ahí es que nace la Destilería Coqui.
Wow. Y ellos son los que producen el pitorro original. Y ese pitorro que producen ellos tienen con sabores a fresa, a piña,
Wow.
de frutas, de tamarindo, coco, café. Ay, Dios mío, María y Nacho, si se me olvidó alguno de los sabores, lo dejan en los comentarios. ¿Cuál fue el sabor que se me olvidó?
Que se nos haya olvidado,
Sí,
sí, que
porque
nos dejen
tiene
sus comentarios.
muchísimos sabores, riquísimos todos.
Eso es así. Oye, Ginés, además de ellos producir ron pitorro, ahora ellos están haciendo el ron coqui blanco y el ron coqui blanco con limón. Y lo último, el mejor ron que están haciendo ahora es lo que se conoce como el ron carjacker. Y mira, esos barriles que estamos viendo ahí están añejando ese ron carjacker. Y esos barriles, esos rones están ahí desde antes de María. ¿Tú puedes creer eso?
Wow, mira eso, así es. Después que se legalizó el pitorro en la isla, otras destilerías obviamente se fueron creando y empezaron a producir pitorro también. Pero estas otras destilerías no pueden utilizar en su producto la palabra pitorro en sus rones. Solamente esto le pertenece a el ron Coqui.
Pitorro de Destilería Coqui.
Correcto.
Oye, ¿te acuerdas lo que nos dijo Nacho? Que el pitorro era más fácil de destilar que el ron regular. Por ejemplo, el ron Coqui, él nos dijo que había que añejarlo por lo menos como unos 3 años, comparado con el pitorro, que se puede añejar en menos de 1 año.
Wow, interesante, ¿verdad?
Sí. Además, el pitorro se pasa por los filtros de 1 a 2 veces, comparado con el ron, que se pasa por los filtros por lo menos 6 veces. Y Nachi y María, si estoy dando una información incorrecta, por favor, corrígenos dejándonos sus comentarios, ¿ok?
Sí. Y Nacho nos dijo que han venido con un nuevo ron, como me mencionaste, que es el carjacker, en honor a el esposo de María, Héctor, que ese es el apodo de él, carjacker. Tengo entendido que este ron se deja añejar por 3 años también.
Yo creo que es un poquito más. Creo que de 3 a 6 años, no estoy muy seguro. Pero que nos dejen en los comentarios a Nacho y María si estamos correctos o no. ¿Ok?
Sí, ok.
Y eso sí, cuando veo hizo una pregunta a Nacho bien interesante, y fue ¿por qué el carjacker era más oscuro que el ron Coqui? Y es que Nacho nos indicó que los barriles que ellos traen de Tennessee, que se usan para añejar el ron carjacker, se queman un poco, y cuando se está añejando este ron, coge el color oscuro de ese barril que ha sido un poquito quemado. Oye, Nacho nos dijo, ¿te acuerdas? Vamos, que se dejara, si se dejara el ron más de 6 años añejando, se podría considerar como un whisky.
Wow.
Eso está interesante. Nacho, si estoy en lo correcto, dímelo en los comentarios, ¿ok? Y oye, Ginés, dijimos anteriormente de que en estos barriles, cuando se empezó a añejar, que fueron lo que vimos ahora en el video, se pusieron en esos barriles ese ron carjacker antes de María.
Ok.
Wow, ¿verdad que sí? So, cuando vayan a vender ese ron, deberían como que ponerle una sugerencia, ¿no? Una etiqueta, en la etiqueta del ron, carjacker, el ron que sobrevivió María. ¿Qué tú crees? ¿Suena bien?
Sí, es una buena sugerencia publicitaria. Que cuando vayan a envasar ese ron, deben de poner en la etiqueta el carjacker que sobrevivió María.
Eso es así, ¿verdad que sí? Buena idea, buena idea, buena idea.
Bueno, hablando de la pandemia, cuando
Ajá.
la pandemia, todos los puertos en Puerto Rico se cerraron y obviamente no se podía traer, ¿no? Exportar el famoso hand sanitizer, que es el alcohol en gel de afuera. Y se le autoriza a la destilería El Coqui hacer un tipo de hand sanitizer, y algunas de las máquinas que estamos viendo aquí en el área de producción se utilizaron precisamente para hacer este tipo de producto de hand sanitizer para toda la isla. Eso es para que la gente sepa, ¿ok?
Wow, eso es interesante. Y aquí estamos viendo a Nacho explicándonos el proceso del lavado de las botellas, cómo embotellan el ron. Vimos el picador donde ellos pican la fruta, pues porque esto es un ron artesanal también, ¿no?
Sí, no nos podemos olvidar que el ron que tiene las frutas, como el ron con sabor a piña, la piña se corta manualmente, todo tipo de frutas, porque está el de piña solo y está el de frutas que son varias frutas a la vez. Y estas se entran en la botella manualmente. Y miren qué interesante, el corcho se pone también manualmente en la botella.
¿Cómo lo vieron?
Sí, pero Nacho nos dijo que cuando se cansan, bendito, ¿verdad?, los empleados, poniendo el corcho en la botella manualmente, entonces es que se usa una máquina que tienen para eso. Pero usualmente tratan de ponerle el corcho manualmente.
Eso es así. Y Nacho también nos indicó que el ron que ellos producen también se mercadea a otras destilerías. Por ejemplo, hay una destilería que hace sangría y el ron que ellos utilizan para hacer esa sangría es ron Coqui.
Wow. Otra cosa que nos dijo Nacho fue que el 80 al 90% de la materia prima que se utiliza para la producción de los rones son producidos en Puerto Rico. Por ejemplo, la melaza de la caña, las frutas y otro tipo de materia prima que se usa para los rones, todo eso es de la Isla del Encanto.
Aquí estamos en la mejor parte del tour, degustando los distintos sabores del pitorro y los rones, ¿verdad, Ginés?
Eso es correcto.
El tour se dio en inglés, como dijimos al principio, para beneficio de nuestro gran amigo Bill, que no sabe español. Pero, para que todos lo sepan, este tour se da tanto en español como en inglés, ¿verdad que sí, Ginés?
Eso es correcto, eso es importante porque si las personas pues tienen amistades como nosotros, que son norteamericanas o vienen de Europa, de Inglaterra, por ejemplo, pues mira, le pueden hablar en su idioma.
Exacto. Y lo más importante de todo, que no se olviden de compartir este video, ¿verdad, Ginés? Con sus familiares y amistades y de darle a la campanita.
Para suscribirse.
Suscribirse.
Y darle like.
Exacto. Y será hasta nuestro próximo video. Dejando nuestras huellas por el mundo con JJ y
Producciones Avena.
Será hasta luego.
Your choice of drinking when you go to drink outside or something like that. You like beers, you like rum, whiskey.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels? Ah, that's nice. Yeah, this is good for the side. So you just drink the Jack Daniels. Yeah. You just keep getting shots on the side. This is very good enough for that.
I'm big on old fashions, but it could
Old
be.
fashions? That's nice. We do old fashioned with the carjacker. Sometimes we do activities here and stuff. So we got cocktails guys that come here and they do carjacker and old fashioned with carjacker. It's super good. Now we have the carjacker to go.
We have to taste that one.
I pass.
So this one is gonna be the strongest one. Usually, I'm gonna change the cup first.
I
don't want. You don't want it? It's okay.
¿No vas a querer?
Bienvenido.
Tengo que probar.
No, es que no me gusta el whisky. Si se parece a whisky.
No, pero no es whisky, es ron. No,
Ya,
no.
So usually we do this straight. But I can do it in the rocks. So it can be diluted a little bit because it's a 60% alcohol.
Do you want I make a video drinking this?
I got it.
Okay.
I can add a little bit of ice to it if you want to.
I just want to see how, yeah.
Bill, there's not whiskey, but hey,
Watch out,
almost there.
Watch out, reverse a little bit.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, please.
Huele muy,
Fuerte.
huele a whisky.
Oh, it's strong.
It does. Oh, damn, we're talking.
Yeah.
I just lost my voice. I just lost my voice.
Se lleva todo. Se lleva todo.
Esto es un shock. Esto es un shock.
Mira, si quieres alma, chacho, se te abre los pulmones.
Hey, Bill. How was that last one? Hey, Bill. How was that last one?
Hair on your chest.
Hair on your chest.